I'm gonna say this right here and right now. This game is not just DLC for Splatoon 2. Going back to play 2 after 3 is like trying to slip back into your baby shoes. Ultimately disgusting and unfit for human comfort. No, Splatoon 3 is the real deal. Like all of the big titles on Switch, the main theme of the game even has lyrics.
Splatoon for you and me, let's take it out. There are 3 of them.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the English dub of the song, but I know that a lot of fans really love it, so I won't ruin it for you. Anyways, when you start up the game, you're immediately able to design your Inkling, which is pretty cool. I wasn't really expecting it to be this customizable. You're then thrown into the game menu where you have 2 choices, options and something called the modes. I was interrupted in the middle of choosing what mode I wanted to play by an announcement from Deep Cut, the new celebrity idols for this game. I'm not sure why they went with this style of background. It kind of feels like the previous one where it looked like a live broadcast was a little bit better. I enjoyed that a little bit more. This one just kind of looks like they ripped the floating head thing from Crash Bandicoot 3. Let's not get distracted. Let's get into the modes. You've got the classic turf battle mode. Right away, you can see an obvious visual upgrade from 2. This is the reason why most people buy this game. The real bulk of it is here. I have one tip for this mode. Very early on, they'll tell you that the Splatter Shot Jr. is just a starter weapon, one that you should just throw away and move on to something else, move on to a real weapon. But they're lying to you. The Splatter Shot Jr. is actually one of the best weapons in the entire game. Moving on, we've got the Battle Royale mode, where up to 100 players can play in one map, and the last one standing gets something. I don't know what, because I haven't actually been able to play it yet. Finally, there's something called Big Man mode, which disables your weapons, and you and your team just kind of walk around while a giant big man replaces the sky and gives a randomly generated speech. I got the Gettysburg Address this time.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation.
And then we've got the return of Salmon Run. A lot of fans were happy that they upped the difficulty in this mode, while others were upset by the change in the gameplay style. Honestly, I have to say I prefer this style of gameplay as it mixes things up from the typical grind of shooting ink all the time. Now you can race your salmon against others worldwide. And ultimately, I'd say this mode is pretty fun. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Then finally, there's my favorite mode. Cards. Cards is a new mode exclusive to Splatoon 3. The dealer, Luigi from the Super Mario series, is cool and fair. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it sucks. The story mode in this game is very interesting and has been leaked entirely by YouTube thumbnails. So, ultimately, what's the verdict? Should you buy this game? I'll put it this way, you need to buy this game. The modes are flawless. The ink is looking more edible than ever. But sadly, in the words of the great philosopher Plato, this game is fun to play with, not to eat. 3 out of 10.